Hey there. Have you noticed how one little thing can throw off your whole day? It could be a weird text, a sharp comment, maybe somebody ignoring you or someone misunderstanding you. And suddenly your whole day is ruined because your mind is off and running. You replay it, you analyze it, you try to figure out what they actually meant or what you did wrong, what you should have said. And before you know it, that one small moment has taken over your entire mood. And that's what I want to talk about today. Because stopping everything from affecting you does not mean becoming cold, and it doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't even mean that you pretend things don't hurt. What it does mean is that you stop handing every person you meet, every comment, or every look, and every situation control over your peace. There's a big difference between feeling something and letting that feeling run your whole day. So here are a few practical ways that you can start taking control of yourself. First, pause before you personalize. Because a lot of the time, we don't react to what actually happened. We react to the story that our mind creates about what happened. They didn't answer, so they must be mad. They gave me a look, so they must be judging me. They disagreed, so they must not respect me. None of this is true, necessarily. So before you act, be sure to ask yourself, do I actually know that for sure? Not, does it feel true? Because anxiety can make almost anything feel true. So ask, do I know this for sure? And if the answer is no, maybe you don't need to react just yet. Maybe what you need is space. Maybe you need more information. Perhaps you need to breathe before deciding what it means. Second, stop over-explaining to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. That's a big one. That one is hard. Because, well, when we feel judged, we want to explain. And then explain again. And then send the long message. And then replay the whole thing in our head like we're preparing for court. But sometimes the problem is not that you failed to explain yourself. Rather, the problem is that the other person has already committed to and decided how they want to see you. And when that happens, peace comes from recognizing the pattern, not winning the argument. You can clarify once, you can speak honestly, you can even own your part, but you don't have to exhaust yourself trying to be understood by someone who benefits from not understanding you. And that's where boundaries come in. They can be simple. I'm willing to talk when we're both calm. I'm not continuing this conversation if I'm being insulted. I need time before I respond. I'm not available for this right now. Notice how they're all simple and clear. No 20-paragraph defense auditioning for approval. Third, protect your reality, especially when someone twists things, denies things, or makes you question yourself. Learn to write things down, not to obsess, not to build a case, but to stay grounded. Because when emotions are high, memory can get foggy. And when someone keeps telling you that you're too sensitive or too dramatic, or maybe you're confused, it's really easy to start doubting your own perceptions. So writing things down can actually help you come back to yourself. It reminds you, no, I noticed a pattern. And noticing the pattern is how you start getting your power back. Finally, stop making your peace depend on other people's change. Because we can stay stuck waiting for someone to finally understand or to apologize, to finally become that version of themselves that we keep hoping for or imagining. And yeah, it's true, people can grow and people can change, but your healing cannot depend on whether or not they do. At some point you have to ask, what do I need to do to protect my peace, even if they never get it? And sometimes that means lowering expectations. Sometimes it means limiting access. Sometimes it means changing the role that that person gets to play in your life. And the truth is, sometimes it even means walking away. So start small. The next time something triggers you, don't react immediately. Pause, breathe, and ask yourself, is this mine to carry? Do I know the full story? What response protects my peace instead of feeding my stress? Because the goal is not to stop feeling. The goal is to stop letting every feeling take over. So, that said, if what I said helped, hit that like button and stick around. I've got a lot more of these videos coming to help you. See you soon.